goddamn bitch.
You must be atheist.
So now, if you want evidence, you watch this thing and it's from the World Bank. Using World Bank data. Don't shut the fuck up because he has no motherfucking brain.
I'm not talking, bro. You already
He can't fucking listen to fucking anything because his fucking brain is fucking work. This is why he can't fucking listen. This is why he's a fucking idiot. This is why he's misinformed.
You can keep
calling why he's a dumbass. This is why he's a little bitch.
Mark is everything.
I'm the one pissing his pants.
He can't shut his fucking mouth.
Literally crying like
he can't shut his fucking mouth.
All right, let's try not to do the slurs, guys, or the all the stuff.
That's not Andrew. Andrew, I was about to hate you.
I don't know who's doing the slurs, but no slurs and no all Indu stuff.
Andrew, we're trying to have a polite, civilized conversation.
Talking at the same time.
Shut up.
Oh my God, he sounds like you. I'm glad that's not you. Oh, thank God.
What's up, Joe?
I thought I was getting trolled, bro. I thought fucking Ashton Kutcher.
You're good, brother. You're good.
Troll ass bitch.
No.
You can't stop running your mouth. So here's the facts.
Why does he sound so much like you?
Andrew, this is the thing. I put in the link below. He always wants facts. He wants data. This is using World Bank data. World Bank data on immigration. It breaks it down into what the U.S. does and what it does for local poverty. We take in 1 million. Each gumball stands for 1 million. This is using their data. And you look at what it does. You can see what they explain. And using World Bank data, what it would do to the U.S. economy. Using World Bank data. Watch it. It's a little video that's just using gumballs so the simple mind can understand the reality of what people think. Because, see, we got to look at it. And this is a socialist that said this. Nothing has ever been produced in a socialist country. It's a conservatism that lies up capitalism.
Oh my God.
It starts to feel good. And what happens? They start to put social values. And then they start to
so many Geminis and Leos.
I know, because now this is the data that he produces using World Bank data. You'll see why that happens and why you need to have regulations.
Yeah, so you definitely,
come in. And
I do feel that
this isn't no left or right. It's using data and numbers. So that's all I wanted to say. So you wanted all this information before. Just go sit down and watch this little video. And then I want to hear you defend that we just have open borders, but secure borders. Because, we know that terrorists came across because even under Biden they admitted that. But it's okay because nobody would come here with harm in their minds. Come on, man.
Come on, I said open, but come on. Go strong.
And that's the funny part. Open but secure. It doesn't make sense.
Not to be right now. So close, secure. Isn't that the goal? Don't we just disagree what it's supposed to be? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, Truth, do you leave your front door open but secure?
Comparing my house to the country is just not even worth my time.
No, it's a
that's just an insane fucking thing.
What does open and secure mean?
Oh, so it basically means we have tight border security. I think it's still not tight enough.
It is a valid.
Yeah, we can be in the middle. It's not secure enough. It's not secure. I think that's on purpose, by the way. I think they're trafficking kids themselves, but let me not get into it. The point is, we definitely need to lock down that shit. I agree with you. But that being said, if someone is like just a regular person trying to get a job, checks out, and it's like triage. It's like someone, they're low-key refugees, bro. We're the richest country on earth. I don't know what to say. Like, if somebody's trying to get in here, I don't feel comfortable telling them no unless we literally can't take them.
Okay, we'll tell them for you then. No problem.
They
you
can
haven't
come
got
on.
We'll be the grown-up.
Holy shit, bro. Truth, there is nothing stopping an immigrant from legally migrating here.
There's a lot of times, that's not true.
Except that, Truth, there were also millions of people who are waiting their turn and are choosing the process and want to enter the country legally. Those are the people I care about, not the dumb fucks who can just walk across the border and say, I'm here, I have asylum, you have to let me
Alan, that's not hard to do.
Okay, that's the first thing. Yeah, fuck them.
Oh my God.
I care about the millions of people who are willing to do the process.
Calling someone a dumb fuck for doing what they gotta do.
Here's the thing, Truth, and this is what the left always
does.
They always take a basic principle, and yes, the leaving the door to your house open and comparing it to
The country is not.
is a valid comparison. And you saying it isn't is because you know you will get crushed on that issue. And
No,
that's
because I just
exactly
disagree about
you
this.
will get crushed. You leave the door to your house open. Therefore, this tree is where
I do allow guests.
reside.
Hold on, do I allow
Good.
guests?
So if I come in your house and start eating your
If
food
I bet
and
you,
clear you out and take
If
your
it's
furniture,
secure,
you
yeah.
don't mind. Yeah, good for you. Well, the rest of us don't do that. And this is what the left does.
make us more
They make
Christian.
an effort. No, it's not more Christian. You don't speak for Christians. Because
I-
the fact
it's what the
is,
Bible
this is
says.
what the left
Look what I gotta say.
does. This is
Wait,
what
the
the
Bible
left
says
does.
to break the
They
law?
take a basic
What page is
principle.
that on?
I'm gonna land. Let me finish. They take a basic principle, like you protect your borders, and then they use the empathy card. Oh, these people they're so impoverished. Their conditions in their country are horrible. Oh, we have to let them in. And then they argue that not letting them in is a bad thing and that we should do it. No, it's a basic principle. You protect your house, you protect your community, you protect your state, you protect your country. All of those things are in line
Yeah, I don't
and
think
are
that we have to
basic
give
common
those up.
sense.
I don't think we're
You
giving those
don't,
up.
and
What?
if you advocate for open borders, that
Immigration is not going to make the country less
that
safe.
means everybody can come in.
I think that's
You
kind of
can't
racist.
say, you cannot say, well, I advocate for open borders, but secure borders. The two don't coincide.
Yeah, that's actually just not true. Obviously.
No, that actually
That's actually
is
true. That's a
It's
contradiction in terms.
actually
Oh
true.
my fucking.
Because
It's
we've
a
seen
logical
it in
fallacy.
practice under
It's
Biden.
not a logical.
It's a logical
You
fallacy.
explain
You
that. I
can't
can't
be
wait
open
for
and
No,
secure. You gotta pick
please,
one.
we're
Hold on,
done
I
with
can't
you.
wait for Norm because it's 5 people are replying, but I can't wait for Norm to explain how that's a logical fallacy. Using
Yeah.
axiomatic arguments.
So
Because
you open and then you exclude those who you don't want, correct? That's the secure part, right?
Yes, kind of like
Okay.
the TSA.
So that's what we're doing now.
Yeah,
So the secure part is,
How's that?
if you're not legal, the secure part is, if you're not legal, you don't come in.
Yeah,
That's the
Norm,
secure part.
put it
Here's a
another
quick
way.
question.
Norm,
Do you-
So
let me
it's
put it
open,
another way.
but
Quick
it's
question.
secure.
Do we have
people?
He's
Wait,
like,
Yo,
It's
why
like
are you guys filibustering? You just spoke.
How's it open? How's
Yeah.
it
I'm not replying to 3
We're
people at once.
excluding the
Like, let me
people
reply
who went
to
illegally and who are
Right.
Yeah,
People who don't follow the law are criminals. We
Okay,
don't
Jess,
want
are
the
you just
criminals.
like you're just dogpiling and you're adding to it? Come on, I got enough to
No.
reply to.
No, you earned
Yes,
a little bit of
Alan just
dogpiling
spoke at me
because
for
you
4
filibuster.
minutes straight.
That's too bad, isn't it? Victim card
So
declined.
you got your butt feelings hurt because
Victim
you put a
card
shitty
declined.
link up and I called you out.
Victim card
He's over here
declined.
butthurt. Yo, no,
Victim card. I'm sorry. So you're the other part besides the victim card.
Alan,
You've identified
with your
this issue
cheerleaders to
very-
the side, right? Just to address what you said, right?
Yeah,
It's as simple
yeah.
as this. Are you able to get on the airplane? Yes. Does the TSA check you? Yes. So it's almost like it's secure but open for business. This is
Okay.
too stupid. I'm not doing this. No. You guys can
Norm,
get
I
your
got
correct.
this.
You guys
That
got
wasn't
it.
me,
You
Alan.
guys
That
got
wasn't
it.
me.
It's not open
You got it.
for
You don't
everybody.
understand the concept.
Okay, one at a
I
time.
understand the
That's an IQ
concept.
problem, and you got to
You've
figure that out amongst
identified-
yourself.
That's a personal attack, truth.
That's the
You've
dumbest
identified-
shit I ever heard in my
One
life.
at a
Yeah.
time.
You're going to secure an area, but also
All
allow
right.
people inside of it. You're an idiot.
Yeah, truth, you've identified
bless
the
you.
problem
You
clearly.
got it.
Truth is very
you've
low level.
identified
Very
Norm,
low
Norm,
level.
don't interrupt.
Okay, no,
Go ahead. The elevator doesn't go all the way. Very low level. You don't know how to use the website.
Norm,
You don't know how to shut up.
Norm, I can't.
You are literally a sophist. That's
Go for it,
I'm
Alan.
ready.
Go for
Yeah,
it. Alan, go for it.
Stop it. You've identified the problem clearly. You want secure borders, and if they're, if they're criminals and rapists, et cetera, then you would exclude those. Well, under the Trump administration, the secure borders, part of your secure but open borders, includes people who don't apply for the process legally and who just walk across the border or fly in or overstay their welcome. When they do that, they are criminals. We kick them out. Now, I understand under Biden, he let 20 million people in and said, if you walk across the border, you can stay. Trump is saying no. He's moved that line from what is secure or not secure and what is criminal to not criminal to a different place that maybe you don't like, but the rest of the country and the rest of the world, since immigration has been either number one or number two, the number one or number two issue, according to Pew Research, since 2016. And it's a huge issue in Europe. People are concerned about it. So, yeah, what...
Yeah, but ISIS is going over.
But Alan, this is easy
Nobody
to
is
debunk.
They have a 60.
Alan,
They have a
it's
62% Trump approval rating, bro.
over 50
They have a
lawsuits.
62% disapproval rating, bro.
Yeah, well, except that when you
That's
look
pretty
at the
bad.
stats, like 70% agree with Trump's policies.
No,
With
I think,
immigration.
no, there's legitimacy.
They may
there.
not
America started
like
caring about
the way
immigration in the early
ISIS is
2000s.
doing
No,
But
I
they
don't disagree.
like the results.
But what
They
did he say?
sure
Bad
like
hombres,
the
Alan. He
results.
said bad hombres surrounding people up at church and work, bro.
Yes.
No, Americans
well,
are not happy with
if
that.
they
Hide
I don't
in
even know how to
church
get
if
noticed.
you're a
It's almost
criminal.
disconnected
well,
from reality.
too bad for
Being in
them.
church doesn't make you not a criminal.
Yeah.
They're
So
not
you do
going
realize
to
most
churches.
Americans are
You
really
gotta
unhappy with the two people. I think is it 2 or 3? Is it more than 2 that ISIS killed already? You're
Yeah,
just
and
wrong.
you know how many died under
I blame the
I
governor
don't care
of
about
Minnesota.
Obama, bro. This
Yeah.
is 2026.
Yes, you
Alan.
know what? People have died because of ICE under every single president. So if it's only 2 under Trump, that means at the end of his 4 years, it'll be 8. Or let's give him another 2, so it'll be 60.
It's February.
It'll be doing much better than Obama did. That's for sure.
It's February. Like,
What's your point about it being
it's
February?
and
What
we've
does that have
already
to do with
gone
anything?
through 1 year.
ICE didn't get the packet and the Randall
Yes.
until
And
like
the
what?
other thing
Mid-November.
is the fact that the Trump administration has been sued 50 or 60 times for a whole host of things. And they've all worked their ways through the court. What Trump is doing now, everything is constitutional and it's legal, with 1 or 2 exceptions, like we had the Supreme Court ruling about the tariffs. Okay, well, you know,
Good.
1 out of
Ah.
60. Okay, that just proves, number one, that the branches of government are independent. You can never scream that the Supreme Court is bought off or it's doing Trump's bidding.
Because of one decision.
Yeah, no, it's got a couple of decisions, but still
I'll meet you
just
there, I'll meet
the
you.
same. It's
Yeah.
still not kissing Trump's ass. It's
That's
doing
true. I can give
what
you
it
that.
believes is constitutional, and everything that ICE is doing is constitutional. And it is, yeah, it is, and it's not criminal.
When we're asking for papers, that's
60
that's violating
lawsuits,
Fourth
Drew,
Amendment.
50 to 60 lawsuits brought by the Democrats. They're holding Trump to the fire. It's working its way through. They've worked their way through the court. It's done. You cannot claim it's legal, and all of the illegal, Trump illegal, administration illegalized. It's all bullshit. It's constitutional. It's not anything new. The only difference is the left is pissed off because they're not in power. That's all it is.
There's some element of truth to that. Look, I don't disagree with everything you said, but I don't agree with the characterization. I think that yes, we can talk about what happened under other presidents, but actually Obama was getting hella flack from the left. You have to remember, the left it has a significant percentage of, I would argue more than half, they're like pro-Bernie types. Okay, like so this is a party that rejected Hillary Clinton twice. We keep getting characterized, and it's really annoying because it's like that's not real.
Well, I was on the left truth during Obama.
I'm sorry?
So I know exactly what you're talking about. What happened was Obama, you're right, he got a lot of shit because the left felt, and the progressives especially, felt like, oh my God, we've got a black president. We're going to get all these progressive policies put in. And guess what? Obama didn't do it. Now, I know people on the right feel like Obama was the coming of the Antichrist, but from the left, he didn't do enough according to them. And then when they didn't nominate Bernie, you're right, they were really pissed. And so when Trump was elected, the progressives said, you know what? You either give us all of our policies or we're going to withdraw our support and Trump will win again. And so the left made the deal with the progressives. And no, they didn't get Bernie again, but they got Biden. And Biden did everything they wanted. So, yeah, you're right.
Until they fell asleep.
Until Biden fell asleep. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, and to the point, like I think most reasonable, moderate people on the left, we respectfully disagree with people on the right who are a little more gung ho about maintaining, certain populations. But I think everyone, even Middle America, it was getting pretty crazy. It was getting over the top, and I think most of the country on both sides wanted something done. But I think they've just gone too far. Even if they haven't, which that's just me extending grace, I think they have, of course. The optics are horrible. Like the rhetoric is a runaway train. This isn't just like he said, she said now. It literally, you have people shooting people and then calling them stupid bitch. There's no way you sell it. That's insane.
Well, he was angry that she got herself killed. I mean, he didn't want to kill her. I mean,
no, the truth is
what they were doing. You call what they were doing in Minnesota a respectful disagreement.
No, but
I call that
they're not
breaking the
professionals
law.
of the sstate. They're not professionals of the state.
Well, what does that have to do with
That's
it?
why. Because it's about public reaction. That's why I said the optics and the rhetoric is a runaway.
What?
That matters. Okay, so if people are protesting.
She assaulted somebody with a deadly weapon and got her ass killed.
She
shouldn't have done that. And the governor and the mayor encouraged her to do it. So did her wife.
I did not see that in the video I watched. I saw her trying to move around him.
Break it down. If she hits him with the car that's not around him?
She was trying to move around him.
You have to wait till the person is out of the way before
he put himself in front of the car.
Well, no, he circled in front of the car before she put her foot on the gas.
Well, no, it all happened in the exact same moment. It was literally.
No, he was circling the car. It's on the video.
I know. We all saw the video.
He literally did a 360
We're pretty
around
split
the
on
got
how we see it for some reason.
No, we're not split on how we see it. It's all the same.
Yes, the country is split on how we see all
No,
this.
it's not. It's very clear what happened.
So when you talk to Democrats, what do Democrats tell you about it?
Uninterested. What? This is not a Democratic Republican
we don't
issue.
exist. The country's not split. Okay.
This is a question of facts. She hit him with a deadly weapon.
Cool.
She got her ass shot.
Cool. This difference between you and me, I don't argue with you. I get it. I get what you believe.
There's no difference. That's the legal standing. What's the legal standing of an officer's duty with a vehicle?
Bro, I'm not going to have this argument. First of all,
I know, because you can't win.
You proved yourself way too rude to. No, you should start calling me.
Truth, I beg you to do this. There's a judge that is on here quite often, and you can go talk to him about it if you'd like. And I bet you, when he's all said and done explaining every aspect of the law, he's going to explain to you this. There will never be a charge in that case.
So real quick, do Supreme Court justices always agree?
True.
Just answer that question.
There will be charges in the other one. Not necessarily against the man who first pulled the trigger. It'll be for the man that was hitting the guy in the face with the bear.
Cool. I got you. Do Supreme Court justices always agree? No, right? So what is you telling me you found a judge who has an opinion do for me?
The fact that
I
would say it's an attempt to educate you.
You think I can't find a judge who disagrees? Is that what you're betting money on?
It's an attempt to educate you, but you're proving very resistant to learning.
You think I can't find cash money a leftist judge who has an opinion that's state?
Truth, what do you think is an appropriate
He's a gay man.
A verbal reaction to getting
You're thinking as far right. He's a gay man.
If you're talking about Brennan, he's not a judge.
Yeah, what do you think is the appropriate reaction to getting someone?
Why do you think you know who or what Brent is?
I think if someone is trying to escape you and they're clearly not a lethal threat to yourself or anyone else, you don't put yourself in front of them and draw your gun. That's not.
Yeah,
I
but
think
see,
you probably just let them. I think you probably let them get away, get their license plate, maybe pull them over at their fucking house a couple hours later.
While they're hitting you with the car,
Get away.
He put himself in front of the car.
no, he was doing a 360 around the car.
Yeah,
You're allowed to do that. That doesn't mean you can hit him with the car.
no,
Nobody
if you
does.
let them get away,
care.
if you let them get away, they can hit other people,
course.
including innocent pedestrians. So to let them get away is not a valid excuse.
Yeah,
It
you don't
never
do
has
it.
been.
Truth, but
You
you
let them get away.
you put your money where your mouth is on
That's
this
the
case.
girlfriend that you already
I
have.
don't want to be. I deserve to be
Yeah.
a mile away.
Empty the
I
clip.
deserve to
Right?
be
Empty
able
the
to
clip.
walk
So they
down
don't
the
get away.
street and not have to worry about some crazed protester driving me and my 3-year-old child as I'm walking down the street over because some cop just let them get away.
Really, bro?
She would,
The only people getting ran over are leftists.
I'm pulling the
Republicans
heartstrings.
run over leftist protesters for fun.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
funny
this.
how when the left.
No, but that's actually true.
Yeah, well, actually, see what happened, Truth, is if you watch the video, when she backs up, it points. At first, he was on the right side of her car, but when she backs up to go, that pointed the car right at him. That was
No, that's not what I saw.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
shit.
you got to.
Hold on,
There's
hold on.
multiple angles of it.
If you guys are bored enough, we can watch the video
So
right now.
You can see it on his cell phone video. You literally hit him with the car.
And then she hits him. You hit a police here.
Yo,
let me make it
PTR.
easy for you.
Yo, shut the
Let me
fuck
make
up,
it easy
PTR,
for
look
you.
at my PTR right now.
Let me
You can
make
see
it
the
easy
smoke
for
of the
you.
first
If
gunshot.
you
Look at
hit
the guy's
a cop,
legs. Look at his feet. Look at the tires of the car.
Yeah.
Tell me how the fuck he got hit with a car.
Yeah.
Tell
See
me
him.
how the
See him.
fuck.
It's-
You can
Thank
see
you,
it.
CM. Thank you.
Show me.
He goes.
Look at my
when he hit
PTR
you with the
right
car.
now. I pointed the shit out. You see the
He
gun
goes
smoke
when
of
he
the
hit
first
you
shot.
can hear the car hit him.
Yeah.
You
you
can
can't. Show me.
his leg patch.
Show me
let me
how
make it
even
easy
close.
for
She's
you.
not only turning her
Truth.
tires.
True.
She's
You
nowhere close to
understand?
hitting.
You understand that she hit him with the car, right? You don't.
No.
deny-
You click on my PTR, you fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
Click on my PTR.
But what
Look
if
at
she
this.
does?
I
So you're
can do
not
this in
admitting
slow
she
motion.
hit him.
You can
you're
do
not
this. I did this in
admitting-
slow motion.
Yeah.
Look
you're
at the
not
car
admitting
tires.
she hit him with
Look
the
at
car.
his legs. Look at his.
Okay, now you're being willfully ignorant.
Oh
You
my.
know, yeah, you are, because you
Ha.
know she hit him.
No, she
You're
didn't.
pointing
No,
to
she
a
didn't. In
video
none of the videos
where
did
it's
she hit
not
him.
clear.
Everybody knows he went to the hospital
Where
for bruised
everybody-
ribs.
Yeah, he went to the hospital.
Verified. But the fact
That was
is, let me
ridiculous.
make it easy for you.
Those
If
guys
you
are
hit a
lunatic
cop with your car, 90
You're so stupid.
you will be
You're
shot.
the
Show
stupid
me
one.
how this is even close. Do you know how to click a profile, man? Do you know how to fucking click a profile?
Do you know how to read the
Hit a
fucking
cop
law,
with the
young
car.
punk?
I want you to I want you
I don't
to
think he
be
knows
a-
how to watch
Show
the
me.
video.
Show me.
Show
Show
me.
me.
Watch
Show
video.
me.
You can
How
fucking
is
read.
it even
Just
close?
translate you, bro.
So
He
if
had
I don't
already
have-
shot
I'm
the
not
gun.
Go look at the law.
He had already shot the gun.
That's why
I am
just
not
close to
going
getting hit.
to
because it's like they're never going to
indulge
agree,
your
bro. You're
willful
never going to agree.
ignorance. I am not going to
For real.
indulge
Go get
We
your
should just agree to disagree,
ignorance.
guys. Like it's not
The
even.
moment
All right, hold on. Let Alan go. And here's the facts. An officer doesn't have to wait till he's struck to pull the trigger. Okay? He has to believe he's in imminent danger, which a car is coming at him or himself, or him or others could be in imminent danger. The lady was resisting arrest. They were trying to get her out of the vehicle. Now,
and they
please
told her
watch the video. Please
Yeah.
watch the video. And
I
they
have
try to
the
detain her.
And the snapshots of it.
And how many times before that did they let her just drive away? How many times?
Bro,
That's not
okay,
first.
No, just answer the question. We're gonna get
the wheel.
It
we
doesn't matter.
don't agree. I don't want
It
to.
doesn't matter about agreeing. I'm asking a simple question that's gonna come
No,
up.
because I don't. You're gonna be shocked. I don't have the perspective you have.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you have the perspective. I have the perspective that the law's gonna have, and he's not. not going to get even charged. This is going to go down
You
exactly.
got it. You're back.
Exactly.
You're saying
And the
Brother,
case
you
against
got
Ashley
he didn't
Babbitt.
get hit with the car. Now you guys are back. Now you guys are backpedaling. He didn't get hit with the car.
He got
Right?
no, he didn't say that.
No. You're backpedaling. Now you're saying he just needed to think. That
Well, no, that's
that's
the legal
law.
standard.
He could've
Oh,
got
he didn't. No, that's the legal standard. So
Yeah.
you might
I
not
know.
know.
I just
I don't understand how people.
concede you're backpedaling now.
You know.
Because
You're
Yeah,
conceding you're
but
backpedaling.
see, the fucking
No, backpedaling, not
He
backpedaling.
did not get hit with a car.
He's giving you the legal
Stupid
standard.
Fox News talking point. He
Yeah,
did not get
I-
hit with a car.
Listen, I've never seen. I don't watch Fox News.
yeah, I
Show me where in any of the videos where he gets touched with a car. Touched.
It's
And
illegal
legal
from his
from
point of view.
per
Yeah,
federal
but
law.
He
does
doesn't
not
iPhone
be
video.
according
His
to
cell
the
phone
left,
video.
His cell phone
on,
video.
according
If
to
anything,
the
not
left,
even.
I beg your pardon?
according to the left, a cop has to be run over, then the person has to back up over them,
Run over him again.
5 times
Yeah.
before the cop is allowed to
It's
shoot.
called the rule of 5, Alan. I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
According to them, if you see somebody, if you're a cop and somebody's driving at you, according to them, you don't have the right to shoot at them. That's the problem. That's why you're never going to convince truth that he was justified. It doesn't
No, we
matter.
don't agree that she was driving.
Go out in real life.
Truth, this isn't with you
He
now.
was-
It's like
he
talk.
was-
This is El Normo.
He wasn't
Well, no,
driving.
he said my name. So.
And
No,
see,
he
it wasn't
mentioned
even
you
close.
to El Normo is what he was doing. That doesn't mean you have to.
You
interject.
just made a
You jump in
distinction
later.
without a difference.
You jump in
I said
and
he said
interrupt
my name.
everybody.
I said he said my name.
Doesn't matter. You let him finish.
I
Okay?
didn't cut him off.
You did. You jumped in.
Oh, well,
So
I
very, very fact is, let's just
Come on,
prove.
bro.
Me and you just prove. Can you tell me what the legal standards are for an officer to discharge his
Loki,
weapon?
I don't think he was done. I think we just interrupted his flow. I was just saying a quick little, and then I was off. That's all I was doing.
Well, I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys backing up on the claim that he got hit with a car? Yes or no?
No.
No, we're talking about a legal standard, and I understand you might not understand that, but you have to listen very carefully to what you're saying.
Show me any
I was going to the
videos
insult.
where his knee car.
Okay, who said that? Sam?
Yes.
Go look. There's multiple angles. Go look.
Look, I have one of them right here.
It's
The
just
clearest
what, a
one,
month,
right
2
here.
months.
The fact that you can
There
see
was-
his feet
there was
planted
no-
on the ground,
There's
the
one
tire
that's,
pointing away from him, the gun smoke already shot.
yeah,
This is incontrovertible proof.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
you know why?
You're better
You
off
know
making the
why?
argument that you could read mine and you thought he was in danger or some shit like that. Like, I could
Yeah,
do it.
why?
You're better off making that argument.
Because they told her 2 or 3 times, get out of the car. The moment she,
You can't
the
even
moment she backed, started
get out of
backing
here.
up,
Saying get out of
the moment she started backing up, he pulled out his gun because that's the defense against a moving suspect in a car. You're preparing yourself in case she lunges for you. And guess what? She lunged for him.
No, she
So,
didn't.
Yeah, so watch
She
the
accelerated
videos that
to
shows
absolutely
the
did
clear
not,
angles.
She
Look,
accelerated to drive away, bro. What?
yes,
She was
you don't
trying to
get to
flee.
drive
And
away.
you don't get to
You
fucking
don't
shoot
get
her.
to
You don't
drive
get to
away.
shoot
And he
her.
does get to shoot her. He
No, he
absolutely
doesn't. You're
Yes, he does. If an officer
They're
tells
going to
you,
pretend they can't
if
see.
it, no, if
No,
an
I can tell this
officer
older guy.
guys, you guys on the left.
Show me the video
I
where he
want
gets
to
in the
make
car.
it clear.
Alan,
I
Alan,
want
Alan.
to make it
Stop
clear.
fucking talking
This is
like a
the
fucking
law.
old slow
If
retard.
if
Just
an
show me the
officer-
video where he gets hit
Yeah.
with a car.
CM, I am
Just
not.
show me the
It's
video
on his
where he
cell
gets
phone.
hit with a
It's on his cell
car.
phone.
We're
Yeah,
back
I
on
understand
the
the Greek word
Now
might
we're
be
back on
used around
I'm
you
not
We're back
because
on
maybe
the
that's who you
I
are.
see that you're fucking
I'm not
lying.
But you don't understand the legal authority of using your weapon.
Okay,
Like I said, you can make a better case that you can read his mind and
we
he
met,
thought he was
the
in danger.
case is already.
Make that
No need to
multiple
read his mind.
times.
Make
It's
that
on video.
He thought he was in
Discussed it 2
danger,
months down the road.
even though he wasn't even close to the car, and he just said,
Well, no,
He wasn't
no,
close
she hit him with the
to
car. That's how close it was.
There's no point.
Show me the video, bro.
There's no
It-
point.
it-
Show me
it's
the
on
video.
It's on the video that he
Did
shot.
you have the internet?
It's on
Do
his
you
cell
know
phone.
what
Yes,
the
I seen
internet
guys
is?
videos.
You know what
get
the
hit in none of them.
So did you see his cell phone video?
Do you know how to slow down the video? real quick
Yes.
pause? Look at when the
Yes,
first
it's
shot,
not even necessary.
when the first gunshot is fired.
Because this is
By
just
the way,
It's not the car's
Yeah.
too close to him.
by the way, CM,
See,
the
he
legal
hits him in the torso, not the feet.
Yeah, and by the way, CM, the legal standard is not a slowed down video. It's
Correct.
how the officer perceives it at the time
Okay,
in
so
real
make that
time
argument.
without the benefit of hindsight.
Say that.
Correct.
Don't
It's
say
called
that.
the ground
Don't lie
test.
and say she
The
hit him with a
ground
car.
That's what matters.
Don't lie and say she hit him with a car. Say that.
No, that's not a lie. That's a fact, and it's recorded.
Show me the
But
video where you
It
get hit with a
doesn't
car.
I told you
Apply
about
the gram
the time.
test. It doesn't matter whether she hit him or not. The
Well,
law is the
that-
gram test.
that's
Okay,
the
I
assault.
think
That's
you're
true.
right.
That's true. That's the
I got
assault
it. I
part.
wasn't even saying nothing until I heard
That's an
all
authoritative
three
If,
of the
if you really want to understand it, go look at what everybody misses. Go look at the tires spinning on the ice. Nobody gets the fact that the tires spun on the ice. She revved the engine. You don't hear it. When you see the tires spinning on the ice,
she
you
was
go,
probably nervous.
that's a little interesting.
She was probably nervous. You know, and listen.
Obviously, she
Oh,
was.
well,
It was a fatal error on her part.
just
Wait,
real
wait,
quick.
wait,
I thought she wasn't mad at him. How was she nervous? I'm not mad at you. I thought she wasn't mad.
It's a fatal error.
So anyway, just
And wait a minute.
So this is what I said.
William.
Don said, right? Is that and I get it. You guys are probably gonna get right back to it, but I'm just saying we could have a lot more productive and, in my opinion, interesting and fun conversation actually debating like ideology and philosophy, like political ideology and philosophy. I mean,
Well, you failed at that, Truth.
Come on, man.
You fumbled
No,
that
just
one.
let me get it out. Okay, I'm a big bozo, big dumb black boy. Anyway,
I didn't say that.
can actually-
You like
Listen,
every one, you know.
there you go. You dropped it twice now. But anyway,
Correct. And the night is young.
we could be arguing actual premises. This is just opinion. We're gonna go back and forth. It's boring.
No, we're stating the law. There's a difference. We're stating law. You guys are trying to throw an opinion at us.
But you already know. Don't
No
you already
opinion
know
here.
what the leftist take on this is? What?
It doesn't matter what the leftist take is. You read the
I don't
fucking
even know
law.
what that
You
is.
don't need
Okay, so
to
so
call
watch
it.
this. Hold on.
Hold on. Wait. He's trying to say the leftist are liars? He might confuse
No, you don't agree with you.
Truth. On what? Okay,
On
Truth, did you
almost
agree that
anything.
Ashley Babbitt should have been shot? Do you believe Ashley Babbitt should have been shot? Because you can't build a life built on lies.
We
You should be learning
see how I
that.
didn't call
You
you
should
a
change your
liar?
name to lies.
See how I
man.
didn't call you a
Change
liar though? I said
Change your name to lies. You called me everything under the sun already.
No, I think that after you
Are
made that
you
smart
smoking
ass
weed
little
right
black
now?
joke. No, you made
I beg your pardon?
You made a
No,
slick
are you
ass
smoking
black
weed?
You made
I
a
made a black joke?
yes,
What's
and
the
that's
black
why you're
joke?
smiling when you say it.
Who says that I'm smiling? Are you schizophrenic right now?
You got it.
This
You
is
got
an
it.
audio app, not a projection.
We got it.
Projection.
We got
What's
it.
that? It's projection.
Smiling
He's trying to
while
project.
you're
He's projecting.
It's
You can hear me smiling? Are you schizophrenic? There's something. Do you know what
Smile.
synesthesia is?
Norm, you're old enough. Smile when you die. Like it.
Synesthesia. Do you taste colors too?
Yeah, I got the Kanye West disease too. I do.
Well, we understand that the left does taste color. Have you taken your medication today?
Nah, I'm
Maybe
free
that's
balling.
the issue.
I'm free balling, Norm. I'm off some shorts.
Maybe that's the issue. Put on some underwear and take your medication, and then have this conversation.
Well, no, it's bad for your balls, Norm.
Well, I think you need to put it on. I think you need to put it on. I thought I smelled something, and now I'm starting to gag a little bit.
Oh my god! I don't even got to come back. I'm not that vicious. But look,
You're not that smart or funny.
you're right.
You're
I'm a
not.
big bozo. Everyone says so.
I didn't say that. I just said you're not that smart or funny.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah. So this is just opinion back and forth. We don't agree.
No, we're talking about
We
facts.
don't.
We can
We
talk
don't
about
even see
opinion
the
next.
same video the same, bro. Do you not realize?
Well, no, it's not that we don't see it the same. It's that you're lying.
Okay, but I'm not calling you a liar.
Well, I'm saying you're
'Cause that's
lying.
just useless. Okay, bro.
Sure.
You know what's
My-
sad is I'm good faith enough to genuinely believe that you're just so different than me. You see it different, but you're like,
No,
no, you're
people
lying.
don't
Meanwhile, ironically,
No.
CM posts a picture that
No.
clearly shows him not being hit, and then the argument the
How can
goalposts
you
move.
show a picture
No,
of something
then
not
you
happening?
fucking move the
Wait.
goalposts. to- It
Explain- I
doesn't
wanna
matter if
understand this.
contact was
Hang on.
made anyway.
How do you take
And I
a
don't want
picture
to
of something that didn't happen? Slow down, Truth. How did you take a picture of something that did not happen? Explain that.
Bro, this is just fucking disingenuous.
I'm listening.
What?
I'm listening. Show me a picture of something that did not happen.
The picture's proving it didn't happen.
How could a still picture prove something didn't happen?
Do you want to watch the video together?
No. I want to answer my
I know.
question.
I know you don't.
Answer my question.
The
How
picture
can a
shows him
picture-
before and after shooting. At no point does the car make contact with his body.
The
That's
car
how-
hit his torso.
Okay, no.
So everybody
Agree
is
to
lying.
disagree, pal.
Every-
Unless you want to review
And,
the tape,
and you can see it
but
from
you
his,
don't want to do that. So what?
I've reviewed it 1,000 times.
You're pissing,
You're
I'm
lying
pissing.
again.
Who pissed further?
Nobody is pissing. One
This
person
is definitely a pissing contest.
One
You don't just
person
want
is-
to review the
No,
tape
it's
or
not a
we
pissing
disagree with
contest.
this.
Maybe in your mind it is.
So we're arguing about a video, but we're not going to watch it?
No, we're not.
That's
No,
not a
I
pissing
stated the
contest?
fact. You can look at it as many times as you want.
Okay,
Look
so
at the one from
got it.
his-
You're
look at
arrogant
the one
and I'm
from.
humble. I got it.
Look at
I
the.
don't care.
No, you're neither one.
Sure.
You're just ignorant.
Sure. I'm right, you're wrong. But I'm
No.
I'm the humble one. Okay,
No.
brother.
No, so the cop or the Fed agent is shooting
You
with
know
his
you're
cell
so
phone.
close. You know you're full of
You can't
shit.
even let it out. Now you're being schizophrenic again. Try to put your feet on the ground, both feet, so that you don't pretend that you know what I'm thinking. Okay.
Okay, no.
Or there's some
Okay,
smiling.
no. All right,
Good. Now you're improving. All right. Maybe I can cure you of your madness.
My God.
So you hear him go, whoa! And you can hear the car hit him. And then you hear the gunshots fire. That's what happened. Watch the video, you'll see it. And by the way, the crime of assault does not require contact. It requires a meaningful, deadly threat. Which is
It's
kind of
punched by
obvious.
the death
But
penalty?
it's not only against that one
It's
cop.
punched by the death
There's
penalty?
another cop who's. There's another.
Assault is death penalty?
Who said death
Execution
penalty?
by cop in
Who
street?
said? Oh,
So he thought he was at risk? He thought he was about to get bodily injured?
But not only did she commit a crime
He
against
needed to
that
kill
cop,
her or someone would get hurt.
not only did she commit a crime against that cop, there was another cop who had his head and torso and shoulder
Protesting
in the
lesbian. You
car.
gotta put him down, bro. You just
You
gotta
had
put
one.
protesting lesbian down.
You're afraid to hear this. You can see it on the video, by the way. So I want you to watch the video. And I want you to see the cop that has his head and shoulders and torso in the car when she floors it, causing him to be at risk of severe bodily harm or death, which actually happened to the cop that shot her. And it's indisputable.
Okay.
Not only that, so that's two crimes that she's in the process of committing.
You wanna watch
And
the
then there's
video?
a third crime.
You wanna watch the video?
And then there's a third crime of her wife saying, "Drive, baby, drive," right after she uses fighting words to try to fight with the cop. You want to come at me, big boy? Go have lunch, big boy. You want to come at me? You want to come at me?
That was crazy.
Those are called fighting words.
Yeah, I agree.
Then she tells her wife to commit a crime, which is assault with a deadly weapon by driving into the cop that's standing in front of the car.
She doesn't tell her to hit him. She says, "Drive, get out of here."
Well, if you tell somebody to drive while a federal agent is standing in front of the car, that's telling her to commit a crime. But that's not all. If you tell somebody to drive while you're being arrested or detained by a federal agent, and that's telling her to cause grievous bodily harm to a federal agent. Rebecca did. Rebecca did. That's correct.
Okay.
So she did.
I already know
Yeah,
your take.
okay,
so
leave.
I
beg your pardon?
already know the conservative take. We had all
No
these debates
conservative
with you.
take. This is just telling you what happened
That's
on
why
the
you've
video, in
never
case you
found
forgot.
a liberal who agrees with you, and you've never found a conservative who disagrees. Okay, Norm. All right.
Neither of those are true. Both
Oh,
are
so
lies.
you know conservatives who disagree with you?
Both of those are lies. You said the word never. You lied.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yes, sweet Jesus.
Not all, but most.
Praise Jesus.
Not all, but most. Hey, we got
Praise.
covered.
Keep backing off. Keep backing off. Pretty soon you'll be backed all the way into ignorant land.
So not all, but most is a trope. Like
I
someone
beg your
said trope
pardon.
earlier.
I can't follow you. Why did you just say 6'7"? 6'7".
6'7" is a reference to a guy bragging about committing murder. I think it's pretty deplorable. But
I
no,
don't think that's what it is at all.
It's literally a song.
No, it's
where he
literally
says-
not. You're just full of disinformation.
What the fuck did you
You
just
need
say?
to open the book. I said you're full of disinformation.
What
did
is
you think I
6'7"?
said?
Norm, educate me. What is 6'7"?
Why do you ask?
Because you just said
I
I was
told
wrong.
Yes, you're wrong.
So it didn't come from
You're
a
wrong.
song.
No, I didn't say it didn't come from a song. I said it's not about somebody committing murder, as you said.
So what do you think it's about? What do you think it's about?
Why do you ask?
Because you just said I'm wrong.
Are you backing up now? Show me how it's about somebody committing
I
murder.
think you said it knee-jerk.
Show me how it's about somebody committing murder.
So
Show it. Show the room.
Okay.
The same way that you lost on statistics and on the injustice of the rule of law.
Hold on, real quick.
I want to hear how your mind works tonight.
Before I do, you made the claim.
Yes,
So
I said no. You made the claim and I refuted it.
No, okay. Listen,
You said you don't want to celebrate somebody who's committing murder.
That's literally what the line is about.
Yes, and I said no. You're wrong. That's right.
So
show me that you are correct. Show me that you are correct.
Okay, I'll go get the link for this song and the lyrics.
Good.
This is fucking retarded, but fuck it.
Sure.
By the way, who's the artist? Since you know the song.
Skrilla.
This is your type of music?
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm just shocked. I'm not judging. I mean, I don't listen to this.
Well, I just proved you wrong. You want to go for 5? I got 3 in a row. You want to go for a big 5 tonight?
Okay, so there's the link. No, you proved me wrong, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I proved you wrong. Let's hear what Skrilla has to say. Skrilla himself has stated the meaning is meant to be fluid and that he never actually put a meaning on it. So that's 4 out of 5. What would you like to lose on? What's the last thing you want to lose on tonight, Truthy?
Yeah,
Truthy guy.
First of all,
I mean, I'm just quoting the guy who wrote the song. I mean, what do I know?
Hold on. Let me see if
Hey, that's your kind of music? You white boy? You Jew? Why don't you bring up shekels another time, Truthy boy?
Hey, I did that because you did. Yeah, you started.
Oh, you did it cause.
You started
I think
it.
you did it cause. I started it.
Started it. You
Oh,
know
I
you
did?
did.
What did I do? Oh, so in other words, that's your excuse?
Yes, I'm a petty bitch. What?
Oh, well, okay.
What the fuck?
You said it, not me.
Nigga, it takes one to know one.
No, I didn't say you were. You said you
I
were.
literally heard your best friends on this app call you petty and say it's a
Never.
problem.
You don't even know.
I was in
You don't even know a friend you couldn't name
He
one of
was
my friends.
Jewish.
I beg your pardon?
He literally said, Norby's one of your problems, you're petty.
Who said that?
Stop.
Who said that?
I don't remember.
You're just a liar, sir. You're just a liar.
I put it on.
You're a common liar.
Norm.
You are a common liar. So you're conceding on Skrilla, right?
I don't even care anymore.
You're conceding on Skrilla, right? Right?
No.
You're giving up. You're not giving. You're not conceding. So you know what his lyrics mean, but he does not. That's a little bit arrogant.
I haven't even seen him explain it.
Now I said Happy Black History Month, and you made an anti-Jewish slur. So explain that to me. I said Happy Black History Month, and you said it.
You said that after mocking my blackness.
I never mocked your blackness. How did I mock your blackness?
I
know not whatever. I know I want to learn from you. I want to learn about race from you, Drew. How did I mock your blackness?
I don't remember very much.
Just generally, just paraphrase. Tell me what I mocked.
There's been so much.
You're full of shit again.
There's been
Are you the biggest liar on the app?
You got it.
Truth?
You got me.
What's that? You are? You are, guys? Okay. Let's change the topic. Let's change the topic.
Yeah, it's just how long are you going to do this for? And
can we agree that Trump is the best president we've ever had?
absolutely,
We can
agree
change the
to
topic.
that.
I don't agree with that.
Can we agree that Trump is better than he is bad?
Trump is better than Jesus.
I just said that.
I thought Trump was Jesus, but I'm not a Christian, so maybe
No, he's the
Can-
first
can
Jewish
we-
president. You didn't hear? He's the first Jewish president. That's what.
Okay, can we agree that Trump has done good with his policies for America?
But this is a racist country, so we'll probably never have a Jewish president. Although we had a black president. But that's, God bless America.
Trump for president 2028.
They tried a whole bunch of times, didn't they?
Sham doesn't like Trump. I don't think Truth does either.
I think Truth
Look,
is now reconsidering his entire epistemology after this.
Look, I wasn't a fan of the policies of Mitt Romney, John McCain. I loved Ron Paul on a lot of things, but I didn't agree with him on everything. Trump is a whole different bag of dick. No. It's a big NO from us on the left. Nope. And play dumb if you want. You guys used to be apologizing for him, but now that you know it's his last term, you're like, yeah, suck it, man.
You think he's
I don't ever think the apology is.
Do you think he's a PDF file?
No. I think he's a predator, though, and I think he fucks minors.
If he's not a
Rapes
PDF,
minors.
he's covering up for him.
That part.
You agree with that, El Normal?
What's that? The Trump,
That he has intercourse with minors and that he covers for pedophiles.
I said, if
this
he's
is
not a
this is a sick projection from people who have sexual perversions, and so they externalize it, project it on celebrities. It's a weird part of our culture. They're obsessed with this. They bring it up all the time.
I can't believe I got corrected on rap by Norm.
Yep. You can take that to the bank. You can take it to the bank.
That's one of the
But-
most uncanny moments.
Yes,
of my
it was.
life.
And here was the best part. You listen to that music?
Yes,
You didn't know about the movie. You didn't know about the movie. You didn't know about the movie. You didn't know about the Academy. You didn't know about the Academy Award nominated documentary called Tupac Resurrection. But do some research.
No, Tupac is different. He's more cerebral. That's and also I don't like all his.
So you didn't know I produced an Academy Award winning film about Tupac, right?
I mean,
No,
it's one thing to have. It's one thing to have a movie.
No, I asked you a question. It was a yes or no question.
Did
You
I
didn't
know
know that, right?
Did
Did I produce an Academy Award? Yes.
What?
Yes.
All right, motherfucker. There's your roses. That's incredible. That's kind of bad.
All right, motherfucker. All right.
He got me.
Fanny was my
That
son's.
does explain a little bit, though.
Fanny was my son's godmother. I can show you the emails.
What?
Yeah. I hung out with her on her houseboat in Sausalito. She cradled my son in her arms, held her up to the sky, and said, "You've just come down from heaven where you've been with my son. You have so much to teach us." Yep, that was a Fanny.
Bro, that's...
We'll surprise you, Truth. We'll surprise you. Us shekel types.
I'm not.
We us shekel boys.
Bro, my middle name is
Shekel
Aron.
boys. Your middle name is what?
Aron.
And?
Hey, well, you tell me. Okay, so then stop with the...
My name is Norman. And...
Yeah, that is kind of funny. Wait, Norman.
There you go. Yeah. Could go two ways. By the way, did you check out my NAACP Image Award? I'm looking at it right here. It's on my coffee table. Check it out. You should read profiles. I'm looking right at it.
Nor's a gangster, dude.
That's pretty gangster. I ain't going.
Some people
that
call it a
explains a
black
lot, too.
Oscar.
That's why he's so,
What's
he's
that?
like the street professor.
About everything, but
But he's entertaining. But he's entertaining as fuck.
No, it's pretty dope. So you fuck with Skrilla? Now I'm cornier than Norm. Get the fuck out of here. It's fucking crazy. I'm just picturing you rolling through the city blasting that shit. I love it. That's badass.
Hey Norm, did you happen to see the video angle when she put the car in reverse to turn the wheel before she put it in drive?
Yeah.
And her partner was on the other side of the vehicle, trying to all of a sudden grabs the door handle,
I saw that.
and the car was in reverse.
The
and
door
that
was locked.
Yep, and that puts that person in harm's way too. She's backing up a vehicle, potentially running over even her own partner because she's being irresponsible. These are all little things that get brought up into a case. So, I mean, this is why the people who don't look at the law, they look at the emotion of it and they don't pay attention to what it really states there. And that's why I was saying earlier, it's not about what we see. It's about reasonable perception. The guy who first pulled the trigger might get away in the second shooting. The guy hitting him in the face with the bear mace is not going to get away. That guy's going to jail because you can't hit somebody with something in your hand, So these are the things when you're looking at it, you got to look at, okay, reasonable expectation. Everybody wants to look at it from a spectator's perspective. And I often say this. How many times have you watched the video? I've watched it 50 times. Hey, an officer doesn't get that. He gets 0.3 seconds to make a decision and it's life or death. So we have to look at it in what the law states is the reasonable spot. Now, we also have to remember it says others. It's not just him that could be in reasonable personal bodily or severe bodily injury, but others. And Could somebody back over somebody when they're not paying attention and looking up at their partner getting into trying to get to the passenger side? Yes. So this person was acting unreasonably, and that's why in this case there won't be charges. It will get dropped. The state will try. It won't go anywhere because of the supremacy clause. The second one will have some charges because you can't hit somebody in the face. They're going to say, we don't know what he was trying to grab when he was pulling, because he jumps on top of that woman, and then he grabs her bag as they're pulling her away, right? Why was he pulling her off of the snow? She was off on the curb. Leave her be. So they can say at that point, they're going to say, hey, we thought he was reaching for something. We didn't know. Okay, he had one gun there, but did we know if he grabbed something else? There's going to be all sorts of things that come into that one. But the bottom line is the guy who was hitting him in the face with the bear mace, he's screwed. Because there's no doubt he violated the law.
Could I chime in, though? Because I think and this comes from a law school dropout, but I practice in the legal field. So, but I went to a finished law school. The one thing that you have the reasonable person is correct, but they don't ever factor in an unreasonable person for the other side. What they do consider, though, if that the other party is withdrawing from the situation, then the reasonable factor does not always stay into play. So if someone removes themselves from an active threatening situation, such as back up the car, try to turn to alternative ways. Yes, he can say, I reasonably thought she was going to drive against and hit me, but he shot as well when she was backing up. So that can be the conflict that may come and to be questioned. Just because he's an officer of the law, they do have sort of implied immunity, right? So he can get away with it anyway. But there is a concern that you can't sue based on a civil case if the partner and other people and surrounding witnesses can say that there was intent to withdraw, and the other people can show that. But of course, the victim is dead, so you really can't really prove that point. So it's going to be, I think, a stalemate. But as on the other case, with the bear mace and the gun was removed from him. There was no threat. There was no visible threat at all. And you have the right to carry in a state like that. There was no reaching for the gun. So that one, they're going to lose the case on that.
Okay, Bree, can you tell me what it says about when somebody is attempting to flee and committing a potential felony? Do you know what it says with Renee Good and that? Because when they detain you, when they tell you to get out of the vehicle, you're detained. And if you attempt to flee, you're not withdrawing yourself from the situation. You are considered as.
Yeah, that's if you're an officer of the law. They're ICE officers. Yes. They're not necessarily officers of the law. They do have federal jurisdiction.
They're federal officers. They're federal law enforcement by law.
Yeah, they're law enforcement by the federal, but they are not necessarily have the same jurisdiction.
You can
here's the deal.
I don't think
so you're educated on this, and I just want to ask you the simple question: What law is supreme to the state of Minnesota? Is it the state law or the federal law?
Well, you know, I think you're seeing it different. It depends on the jurisdiction of the action, right? Federal law. Well, you've got to look at the case, the whole factor. You just can't come up with a blanket just like voting laws. The voting laws, for example, if we just go it up to see what our current president's trying to do. The state has supreme over the laws of which the voting, unless there is some type of evidence to show that there is malintent. But in this case, depending on criminal elements, right?
So I bring Abby up, please. She's asking to be brought up.
The Supreme Court has said different, Bree.
No, I'm not. You're not letting. You didn't let me finish the entire case or the whole situation because the supremacy of the federal jurisdiction, yes, can fall into certain cases, but you can always have case conflict in terms of state. But you can have state also. That's why you have a federacy, right? You have a federacy, and so you have state. You have state laws that may have the right, and that's why you will go ahead and appeal until you get to the Supreme Court that will question what authority was in play and who has rights over. But when it comes to certain laws, whether it's interstate,
he's on the spot. Shut up. Seriously, you don't know anything about.
I think you're absolutely wrong. You have to.
run from a cop,
When I
off
was
foot
young, I
or
read
in
a
the
lot.
car.
I wrote poetry.
And they cannot just empty the clip on. That shit is not a thing. It is not a thing, federal or state.
There's 3 court cases everyone in the room should know. Go research and then come back and try and have this conversation. Gardner, Plumhoff,
Oh yeah, Gardner.
and Graham. All of this is under the Graham test, Plumhoff, 10-second rule. Wrong. They can fire if someone is fleeing if they perceive danger or danger to the public. In my opinion, there was no Plumhoff here. Okay? But the Graham test is what would determine whether this was justified or not justified. If Bree wants to define what Graham test is, great. She knows what it is.
Yes, I do. But what I'm saying is, I'm not here to justify you. You don't pay my bills, and I get probably a lot more money than you do. The point is that because I'm a professor too, I'm not looking to get my accolades from you. Your little minion world here on here doesn't make me. I don't cry just because you want to have authority.
Professor, you're lying.
No, I actually am.
You're not.
You can Google me. Yeah, you can Google me.
You're not a professor.
What? I am a professor, but I don't teach. I teach international law. Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You definitely
At San Francisco State, yes, I do.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Go ahead and Google me.
Who cares, bro? Who cares?
Hey, Andrew.
You're just jealous, so you're trying to.
Andrew, can you hear me?
There's no way someone this dumb is teaching kids.
Well, you know what? You've got a problem then, because then
I would agree.
I'm not teaching kids. I'm teaching adults because when they're over the age of 18, and I teach, my seniors and my graduate students.
You're arguing over bullshit. Defend your position based on the Graham test. You say you know what it is, so defend your position based on the Graham test.
I don't have to defend myself on the Graham test. What I already told you is
You
that
don't know
does
what it
apply.
is.
No,
You
I
have no
I
idea
did
what
say
it
that,
is.
but again,
Can you
it's about the
explain what
entirety
it
of the
is? If you
case.
claim you know what
We're
it is,
only
what is
we're
it?
only no,
Just
we're looking at the
explain it if you
entirety
can,
of the
your
case.
position based on it.
We're
Just
talking about the
explain what
entirety of
it
the
is.
case.
If you claim you know it but can't explain your position on how the Graham test would apply to this case or not, because if you
It would
can't
only
explain
apply
what
if
it
it's
is,
under the Fourth
you need
Amendment.
the
So
three
it's
checkboxes.
objective and reasonably, right? Under the
That has
Fourth Amendment.
nothing
That
to
is
do
it.
with the Graham test.
Yes, it does.
What are the 3 checkboxes on the Graham test?
I don't remember the whole. I'm not going to go
Because you
through the
don't
elements
know
of the
the Graham
checkboxes.
test.
Yes,
You
I do
don't
know
the
that.
Graham test, or you would say the 3 checkboxes, and you would be able to give your opinion. And here's what's fucked up is I could make your argument for you better than you can based on the laws that apply, which is Graham, Gardner, and Plumhoff. And if Andrew was just awake,
Dude, you just spent the last 20 minutes researching the shit.
No,
So,
we
you
know
know,
about
you
this
didn't
months
make the
ago.
case. You didn't make the
That's
case.
what the Graham
You
test
didn't make
is.
the case. Dude, you
What?
didn't bring it up. If you felt so adamant about it, you would have brought it up when you first researched it.
I did.
Oh, come on. The issues that you already know is the severity of the crime, right? But there was the severity. Well, how severe? I said, when I told you at the
What's 2
when I
and 3?
told you, let me finish.
What's 2 and
When
3?
I told you at the very beginning, you have to look at the details of the crime.
What's 2 and 3?
I'm not going to go through the other ones. And then
Because
you
you don't
already
know
know about the threat and as well as
Because you don't know them.
But no, but one of the pieces is the
Because you
active
don't
resistance.
know them.
I didn't think Good was resisting, so you can't win on the case because Graham didn't. Good didn't
You
resist.
don't even know the next 2 check boxes. You can't
Yeah,
even
there
make
is.
your
And
argument
there's
based on
split
the test
second
that
response,
applies.
dude. There's 4. Didn't you say 4?
No, there's 3.
No, there's 4 actually.
No, there's 3.
No, there's 4 actually.
Okay, then
There's
name
4
the 4.
Graham factors. Google it.
I have Googled it.
No, you didn't.
Tell me
No,
what
it's
the
4 Graham
fourth one
factors,
is.
dude.
You're telling me there's 4. You can't even name the 3. Okay, so
No,
if
I
I'm
did
wrong,
name 3. The severity of the crime,
that's
the
1.
immediate threat,
Wrong.
active resistance, and split second judgment,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
Whether you are tense and you're so
That's
dude.
not the Graham.
I'm not. No, that's 4.
That's not
What
the
else do
Graham
you want to
test.
do?
That's not
And
the
in
Graham
that,
test.
dude,
You have no
those
idea
are
what
the
the Graham
elements.
test is.
When did you learn it? In your first year?
That's not
Pre-law
the Graham
class?
test.
No, it is the Graham test.
It's not. There's
It is the Graham test. There's
It's
4
the
factors
Graham
in the test.
She just Googled this, now she's.
No, I'm not gonna argue. I don't Google it.
You guys may
No, I went. You know what? I went to Thomas Jefferson. That's why I went to Thomas Jefferson.
Andrew, wake up.
Thomas Jefferson in San Diego is not the best law school.
I told you it wasn't the best, but I definitely went to Boston University and I went to other schools. So, dude, I'm not worried about it. I'm not trying to prove myself. I'm one of the best top companies in the nation, in the world. So I'm not scared.
So then you would.
Finally.
But I did say that.
Okay, so let's do it.
That's
Let's do
The
this
fact pattern.
Socratically.
And I don't know the whole
Hold
fact
on,
pattern of
let's
the
do this
case.
Socratically. Let's go through the fact pattern and then let's cite the law and then let's apply the law. Okay? So in the fact pattern, which case do you want to take? You want to take the second case? You want to take the case where you have someone who is approaching them.
Yes.
And he has a weapon on him, and he is approaching them with force when he's approaching them, correct?
In that case, he wasn't approaching with force.
Yes, he was.
He was approaching with force. He went within the sphere, within the area, the boundary area.
And you have to define with force, though, because you have to have the elements of with force, because he didn't have the gun, he did not show the gun. He did not intentionally. You have the right to carry in the state.
He didn't. It's what's in the mind of the officer at the time.
The gun was invisible at the time.
It's what's in the mind of the officer at that
Abby, you
time.
need to understand something. Bree has been reading Twitter, and
No, I'm not reading Twitter. I'm
she's got
watching.
a lot
I
of
watched the
experience
videos.
reading Twitter and
You
repeating
just
it.
let Abby go here. Just let her.
I'm just
Okay.
keeping her away.
It's what's in the mind in this scenario. Okay, the police use force. They have to objectively have a reasonableness, and based on Fourth Amendment, and it requires them evaluating the force based on their perception of the scene, what they see. If the police see this person approaching them with force in their mind, in their perception, they then can have the reaction that they had. Your argument is the guy just came up friendly to them. He breached an area, a boundary area, and he presented in their minds reasonableness, and they hit the standard that they have to hit for them to, in that split second period of time, and you want to go pursuant to Graham versus Connor, then in that split second or 10-second or whatever the period of time, they made that determination. What he's
Could I chime in before that? Because that is at that split second. The guy was, by that time, if he was considered a reasonable threat, he was on the ground, right? And proceed with force. We're talking about that. By that time, they've already disarmed him, right?
No, they
Well, they don't know if first of all, you don't know when he disarmed, when he got disarmed. Number one, you don't know if they had reason to believe he had a second weapon. They didn't know how many weapons. When someone comes up with a weapon and they're aggressive with officers, there's reason to believe that he potentially will be harming those officers, whether it's the gun in the back or another gun.
He was disarmed by that time. He was on the ground. His hands were showing. He was on the ground. They shot him in the back.
You're missing this. They have reason to believe at that point in time that he presents harm, and they have to at that point act. If you're going to say he mitigated it by caring about the woman, or what else was in that fact pattern? He didn't mitigate it. He approached them with he didn't softly approach them. He approached them aggressively. So look at the Graham.
So he was going to aggressively shoot them with
So
the
the
phone?
severity of the crime is that he had a weapon when he was going at police officers.
And the phone was the weapon because the gun was invisible.
No, the weapon was on him.
No,
Okay.
it was in the back pocket and you're allowed to
But
get
he
it.
had the
video. You can see the weapon exposed earlier in the video from another.
Okay.
They might have seen it.
He was
And
So
holding
we're
he
speculating,
proposed.
that's
He
conjecture.
proposed an immediate
That's
threat.
conjecture.
If you've
He
seen it in the video.
proposed an. It doesn't fucking matter if you think it's conjecture. If the officer thought it was conjecture, that's the point. It's what's in the mind of the officer. If it's reasonable that the officer could have had that conjecture, that's the standard.
Also,
So
also to the piece that
the second thing is the suspect posed an immediate threat. That he actually posed the threat. The reality was he did pose a threat. And whether the subject was actually trying to resist arrest. Was he trying to resist arrest?
It also
Or
has to do
evade
with
arrest?
a reasonable officer make the same move in the same circumstances.
Can you also breach the topic of yes, you are allowed to carry, but only for lawful purposes?
Hold on.
Exactly.
And can you back me up on this because
He's recording.
if you look up the legal definition between protest and riot, that actually changes as soon as any group of people creates threats, violence, vandalism, interferes with officers. There is a very small window.
That's right.
Once that happens, guess what happens? Your 1A and 2A go out the effing window. You just changed it to riot, and therefore you are not legally allowed to be carrying, which means you should remove yourself from the position in the area. He should have left, put his gun in his car, and then came back. You are required as a gun carrier. Now, I'm gonna stand on this as a leftist. I am anti-2A, and you shouldn't have a gun. Oh, there was a violent situation, and he had a gun. He deserved to get shot. That's how I've heard it.
Where
I
in
still feel like
the
there's
wild,
conjecture
wild
in the
world of
renting of a
sports,
weapon.
where does the state get jurisdiction? Tell me where. Federal officer in the course of his duty as in his job as a
Oh,
federal officer.
you can always contest it. We were talking about that.
How?
I'm
How?
talking about it in the case of the voting rights, right? You
You
have the constitutional rights of the state, separation of power.
That's
So,
that's
that's-
irrelevant to the supremacy
No.
clause
I
here.
brought it up because there's no blanket rule of the federal government always having supreme, except for in certain parts of
There
the
must
voting rights.
They can if they decide to.
can if they decide to.
Unless you got
absolutely.
permission from Congress.
You are so dumb.
It's federal, but the
Yeah,
federal
it's
have
federal,
a
but-
right to override. If it's you have
Unless-
a state, sweetie.
But you have a
Listen,
balance between
what's
state
the
and power.
right?
No, there's a balance.
The
We know
state
that the
has
federal court
state
but you
under the
can't-
10th Amendment has
you
the.
can always,
Let me just get
you
this
can
out.
always
The 10th
escalate.
Amendment
You can
is
always
granting the state the policing power for the health, safety, and welfare of its citizens.
of its citizens.
Okay,
Yes.
their governing power, health, safety, and welfare. However, it's subject to the supremacy clause. If it
True,
conflicts
the
with
supremacy
the
clause
Supreme,
right there, but I'm still going to the point of the voting rights. But in terms of
any of these laws, voting, it could be health, safety, and welfare of the citizens. If they do something that is contrary to the
so you're
federal
making the
law,
argument then of an authoritarian
The
government,
state
fascist
of-
government,
the
at
state
which
of-
they feel that if they're going to riot, then coming this upcoming election, then the federal government has the right to go in and just usurp all authority of the state, right?
Well, hell, didn't JFK do it? Didn't JFK send in his troops to do exactly that and take over the school system in Georgia or then in
He
Little
didn't
Rock?
stop an election, though.
What is the difference of
I'm
going
just
in?
using that as an example. He used that for the integration.
But
of
an
schools. We
election,
understand that.
if you decide you want to have a bunch of non-citizens go to the voting polls,
I love you as a conservative.
and the feds want to come in and clean up the voter rolls in a state, because the voter rolls in the state are
You've got to prove that. You have to have objective
non-residents
evidence.
and not.
You can't have conjecture. You have to have objective evidence.
We do have evidence. My state cleaned 150,000 names off the voter rolls in the last cycle. 150,000, and we're a small state, so you absolutely have reason.
11 times presidents have actually sent federalized troops.
Thank
Okay, so Tommy, they're also the good seats.
Tommy
as well.
Bellotti.
So my seats are only a couple rows from the ice. So they're gonna be good seats. And Tommy, if you're ever in New York City, I'll take you to a Rangers game.
I know, pal.
I'm not your pal, friend.
I'm not your friend, guy.
No, I was kidding, Tommy. You are my friend. You're my friend, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy Bellotti.
I'm not your guy.
Tommy Labate.
I'm your buddy, fella. I'm your buddy, dude.
I'm not your dude.
Dude. There you go.
What I'm saying is that the supremacy clause, yes, you have the state over, you have the federal over the state, yes. But when you're citizens of your state, either don't have due process because of the issues as it relates to their First, Second Amendment, whatever amendment we want to go through.
If they don't have a due process, with what respect? Give me an example.
Due process, let's say.
And I know what due process is, but give me an example of what is happening. Give me a fact.
I can give you a fact pattern.
Will kick into only
citizens that are not getting their due process when they're thrown in ICE jails, who are U.S. citizens, but do not have.
Is that your only example that you can give?
No, but you asked for an example.
So that's your only example you have? Well, that one's an easy one. That one's an easy one because they're committing a federal crime.
Are they considered committing a federal crime by
Absolutely.
protesting? Don't they have the freedom of assembly and to protest? Don't
Are they
they?
non-citizens?
No, I said U.S. citizens that are held.
Well, you didn't say that. You're
I
saying,
did say
You're
that.
saying a
U.S.
citizen.
U.S. citizens. I didn't
Okay,
say
slow down, sweetie. A U.S.
No,
citizen.
don't call me sweetie. I'm not your baby.
Honey.
I'm not your sweetie.
Honey, it's a U.S.
No, I'm not your honey either. You're diminutive.
U.S.
We don't
citizen.
use that. Yes, I said U.S.
Somebody sensitive.
No, I'm not sensitive.
Yeah, you
were
are.
sensitive
She
earlier.
was doing it in a considerate way. And you're
No, but I don't like sweetie. No, that's sweet.
Listen,
No.
sweetie, I've been telling you the law, reading it
It's
from the book.
condescending.
Yeah, I'm reading the law.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I'm trying to, Rima. I'm trying to.
Yeah, let them have their
I
conversation.
can't get her to see this. You've got to, when you talk about law, don't talk in abstract. You have to talk in specifics
Well, I gave
in
you the
order
case.
to illustrate it.
I do
So
that.
now your hypothetical is a U.S. citizen that is getting detained incarcerated
In
for
ICE
protesting.
detention,
No,
It's not
stop
protesting.
for
I
a
said
second.
ICE detention.
Hold it. You have a U.S. citizen that is being detained and being incarcerated as a result of protesting on behalf of the movement to get rid of ICE. Is that what you're saying?
I would say yes.
Is that
They're
so?
not
That's your
impeding.
fact pattern.
They're not impeding their.
Wait. Is that? Hold on. Slow down. Is that your fact pattern? A U.S. citizen out protesting against ICE being in the country, and they get arrested and get detained or incarcerated. They get incarcerated.
Yes.
Okay. So what is your concern about that?
That is
What's the problem there?
Well, that's where I'm saying, as a citizen of a state, let's say I'm a citizen of the United States, but also a resident or a citizen of Minnesota. I am now illegally, you break down my door because ICE agents they are not issued. They do not have the authority to enter your house.
So wait, you're out, hold on. Are you outside at a protesting? Where are you?
There's two things. You can protest and you can go to your home. Let's just give you the scenario. Or you're out there in public and you're detained, and then they can find you.
You're out in public.
And then you are
your facts there.
detained. That's my fact.
You're out in public. Are you with a
You are
gang of
protesting.
people
That's the
shouting?
evidence of the case.
Are you banging on cars?
No, you're not doing anything that is destructive to the
So what are you doing when you're out protesting?
You're expressing your First Amendment rights, right?
How?
Darren LaHood in the 16th district. We are the
I
write-in
know what your
candidate.
rights are, but how are you
Trying to
expressing
defeat
yourself?
him. Don't vote for
Get
Paul
facts.
Noli either.
Get
He's
facts.
the Democrat.
Holding a sign,
Request the
right?
Republican ballot and write in
Holding a
John
sign
Kitover.
outside.
Remove Darren LaHood
Wanted here.
this March 17th in the primary. No need to wait till November. Just kick him off right now and write in John
Now, I have a
Kitover.
question. Was that protest a permitted protest? Was it permitted? Was it
Yes,
permitted? Let me finish.
Okay.
Was it permitted under time, place, and manner restrictions under our law?
Many of the protesters are not going to be permitted, right? Because
No, that's that. Actually, you're wrong. It's a very strict level of scrutiny to
it
deny.
depends. It
May I
depends.
finish?
Yeah, yes.
You asked a question. They actually use the highest level of scrutiny in order to, in any way, limit a protest. However, a protest still has to be within the confines of time, place, and manner restrictions.
That's true.
And manner restrictions, because of what I said earlier, the issuing authority is protecting the health, safety, and welfare of their citizens. So a protest has to have some limitations, and they get permitted. So you're now outside holding a sign, I assume with other people around you. Is it a permitted protest? Is it at the right time of day, or is it in the middle of the night? Is it in the middle of the street? Are you chaining yourself to streets? Are you blocking traffic? What's the manner that you're protesting? Are you protesting in a manner that will be an obstructed manner for the free flow of commerce that day? So those
First
are
of all,
things.
a protest
Do you
does not have
understand what I'm at?
to be
Does
legal.
anyone else want to jump?
No, I'm going to chime in because a protest doesn't have to be permitted to be legal. You didn't let me finish real quick. A protest does not need a permit to be legal. As the First Amendment protects
It
your
most
right to
certainly
peacefully. No, it does not.
certainly
It
has.
protects your right to peacefully assemble. That is what it does.
Does the government have a right to time, place, and manner restrictions?
The government can require permits for certain types of public events.
Somebody else want to take this?
Well, I just looked this up, and I mean, maybe this is wrong, right? It's an AI overview, but it says you generally do not need a permit for small protests on public sidewalk.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
well, okay, if you see, I thought I was reading you as implying that every protest needs.
No,
you
if
were
you're five people,
implying
if
that.
you're five people,
No,
but if
you
you have a,
were implying. I
Okay,
did
Bree,
say.
hold on. Let me read the official, okay? First Amendment protects the right to free speech and peaceful assembly. City regulations, Minneapolis, law requires a special event permit for assemblies that 1. Use city streets or sidewalks in a way that impedes traffic.
Thank you.
2. Occupies parks or public property beyond ordinary use.
Thank you.
3. Include amplified sound or large gatherings of
Manner.
50 people or more.
Manner.
This is consistent with U.S. Supreme Court precedent, e.g. Ward versus Rock against racism in 1989, which allows time, place, and manner regulations as laws if they are content.
Wait, I don't understand
Hold on.
contradicting. Wait, no, this is
It's not contradicting. You can have your little group of people, but if your little group of people decides to take out drums and trombones in the middle of the night on a street that people live, it's time, place, and manner, and you will be arrested.
Okay, but what's the upshot of this? Like, what is Brian trying to get to? Like, the point
I don't know. I'm trying to explain how the law
I
works.
feel like you're asking for a lot of detail that may not be necessary, right?
No, I'm asking. No. Because if someone gives a
He's
scenario,
trying to prove me wrong.
I'm not
that you
trying to
can't.
do that, Bree. That's actually not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get